Boy, you started a new business and it is not all roses and butterflies. It'll go good most days, but then some days you just get smacked in the face. It just happens, like you're sitting there answering the phones, you're having a great day, and you get smacked in the face. It happens to all of us in business, believe it or not. Even though I've been in business for several years now, I get kicked in the face every so once in a while still too. And it's difficult sometimes when you're in business. You feel like you're on an island all by yourself. And you're the only one there. Who do you talk to about these problems? Because everybody else on the outside looks like everything's going wonderful and peachy. But in truth, they got kicked in the face today too. I was talking to a woman a few months ago, and she was one of the first Black women to get a scholarship, full ride to college back in the 60s. And she went the whole 4 years to the college and played basketball. And I asked her, I said, how did you do that in the 60s? She goes, Christy, every single day I felt like quitting. Every day I had a reason to quit. Every day I thought, why am I doing this? I wanted a college education and I wanted to play ball. That's why I did it. I couldn't do it anywhere else. I wanted to do it. So she kept doing it, even though every single day she had a reason to quit and go back home. When I started thinking about it, I thought, I've been through a lot of things like that in my life too, not to that severity, but some days when I'm just sitting in my office and something to hit me, right? Why am I doing this? I could go back and work an 8 to 5 job and make an amazing living with my skills. I could quit every day. I could find a reason every single day. But you know what? I know by doing what I do, I'm going to have the things that other people only dream of in the next 5 to 10 years. I know I have that freedom and flexibility and family. I get to be there for them. So it's pretty amazing what you can do in entrepreneurship and owning your own business. But how, when everything's going off around you, do you keep calm and keep that positive kind of attitude? When it comes to starting your own business, you can find it frustrating and difficult. You will also find that there's lots of negative statistics that will bring you down. Most businesses don't make it for 5 years. 70% of those businesses that make it for 5 years don't make it to 10 years. There's so many different things that you hear, so many different things that you're going to experience. You'll want to think about business as a long-term investment. It's got a better return than the stock market. It may take a few years for you to make that business and turn it into a profit-making machine. But you'll want to stay positive even when there's dips in your company, even when you get smacked in the face. You'll want to learn how to reduce your stress and keep a positive attitude. There's tons of things that you can do to stay positive. You can meditate, you can pray, you can exercise, you can be active, you can have hobbies that reduce your stress. You need to have something as an outlet to help you succeed in business. There are tons of things that you can do, but you'll want to take some steps in finding things that will help you become more optimistic in your business. First thing, when things start to hit the fan, and you're certain things are going to go wrong, you want to keep a positive attitude. So when you are going and selling crafts at a local farmer's market on the weekend, you want to have a sales goal of some sort. You want to have an optimistic goal, and you want to make sure it keeps your sales goal high to push yourself harder to achieve those goals. daily, weekly. You want them to be high because you're going to push yourself harder to get to a bigger goal than a smaller one. And it's the same amount of effort. So have high goals. You'll want to keep yourself focused on the big picture. It is important for this big picture to be realistic, but it's also important that those little failures along the way do not necessarily have to end up being big failures. Take a positive attitude when you deal with other people. Sometimes it's difficult when you're dealing with the public. It's difficult when you're dealing with employees. It's difficult sometimes. But being positive, you will encourage your employees to work hard for those goals of the company. And nobody wants a project leader who doesn't believe that they're going to succeed. Be enthusiastic about your product or service. And you want to be positive when interacting with your potential customers. Oh my gosh. I hate calling a business and the business owner answers the phone and they go, hello. And they sound like they're in the worst mood ever. You have to be in a positive attitude. You have to put on a happy face. When you are answering the phone, pretend you're looking in a mirror and smile. It's so simple. Hey, Pam, how are you? Hey, Lee, thanks for the shout out. Woo-woo! Remember, people are paying you for your services and your products, or they have already paid you for your services or products. It's important to have a smiling face and to work hard, to be positive and work for your business. There is nothing worse than me going in somewhere and buying $200 or $300 worth of product, clothing, whatever, and the cashier not breaking a smile. Here you go. I mean, think about how that makes you feel as a customer. No thanks. I'll take my business somewhere else. That when I give them my hard-earned money, at least they smile. You're going to want to make sure to push yourself for your company. You want to push it forward to achieve your goals within the first year, to produce higher products and have better customer relations. Goals. Goals are about the man or woman that you become when achieving those goals. To get to those goals, shoot for the moon, land among the stars. Don't beat yourself up if you don't meet the goal. Beat yourself up if you're not pushing yourself to make that goal. You want to become a better person, a better business owner, a better employer, a better leader for your company. Remember that if you're failing in one area, there's another area that you're succeeding in. You want to think positive when starting your business, and you want to make sure that when you're at a crossroads that you don't give up on your dream. If it was easy, everyone would do it. Business is hard. It is not for the weak. So you have to keep going. You have to keep pushing. Even though every day you could find a reason to quit. Keep going, because there's so many people that just give up on their dreams. They just don't go where they need to go. The most valuable property in the world is a graveyard, because in that graveyard lies broken dreams, books that weren't written, products that weren't produced, services that didn't happen, screenplays and songs that just died with that individual. Don't give up on your dreams. When you have setbacks, approach them like it is a growth building opportunity, a character building day. And you don't want to get upset and angry. You want to learn from it, because it's put there for you to learn from. And you'll want to keep in mind that every new business has failures. They're new. But if you're able to learn from your mistakes, you'll be able to get to that big picture much quicker. Stay optimistic, and your future of your company is bright. So thank you for joining me today for when, the poo hits the fan, and keeping positive in business, because it is tough work. And to let you know, I've kept positive in my business. I've had bad days. I get kicked in the face all the time. But I keep going and I keep grinding. And eventually, I'm going to help 1,204,732 families put their family first. You can do the same thing with your business and reach your dreams. Just keep positive. Have an amazing day. Bye, guys.